Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10 and a new teaser trailer we got. I'm going to be going through the teaser trailer and breaking it down because we got a lot of new information, a lot of new footage, and some stuff I want to discuss with you guys. Before I do begin though, I quickly want to say that I will be doing a Q&A tomorrow morning for The Walking Dead Season 10 since it's 1 week from the premiere. So be sure to leave your questions in the comments down below or in my community section. I made a post there. You can, comment down below. But with that being said, let's get started. So the trailer opens up with Michonne and the group in the woods, and this looks to be like the core group that we saw in the trailer and the promo images. They're obviously in the woods looking for somebody, and they come across this like full-on whisper costume. Aaron picks it up and they're kind of examining it, and I don't know exactly what's going on here. It's like a walker that's it's probably just like a walker that's completely skinned, and they might have found like a piece of skin walker or something. But yeah, this is pretty gross to look at, honestly. But yeah, I think it looks like they're gonna maybe wanting to track the Whisperers or see what the Whisperers have been up to. And just from seeing this, there's obviously somebody who isn't, listening to the border. Because if they found the skin of this walker, that means that either... Well, I guess the Whisperers don't really have to listen to the border because they're the ones that set it up, essentially. They don't... I mean, it wasn't like an agreement or anything. They kind of just forced it on these guys. But looking at this, if they found the skin of this walker, that means they might be in the Whisper territory, or the Whispers came they're still in their territory, but the Whispers came over and they skinned the walker or something. So that kind of jumped that at me because it looks like they're gonna be having some huge, territorial problems, which is probably gonna lead to the Whisper War. And there's some interesting stuff going on with Aaron this season, and I'm gonna get to that in just a minute because during this trailer, Aaron has like a little bit of a voiceover talking about how he feels and stuff. Like there's dialogue moments throughout the season, and we're gonna break it down too. And then also there was that sneak peek that came out a couple days ago. I made a video on it where Michonne and Aaron are in the woods, and Aaron asked Michonne, like, are we the villains of somebody else's story? So it looks like this season is gonna focus a lot on Aaron, which I am excited about because I've been saying this for a while. Aaron is a character that's been on the show for a long time, but I just feel like there isn't enough of him, and I want more of him. And it looks like this season we're gonna get a pretty good Aaron arc, which I'm excited for. Next, we have that shot of Silence the Whispers that somebody spray painted on somebody's door in Alexandria. And we actually learned in this teaser whose door that is, because the next shot we have Lydia opening the door, and this makes me think that this is where she's living in Alexandria, and somebody spray painted that there because they know Lydia is living there and she's a former Whisperer, and this person wants to go to war with the Whisperers or just get rid of the Whisperers, or hates the Whisperers. So that's interesting. There's gonna be a lot of inner conflict and some mystery there, because it's gonna be interesting to see if we don't know exactly who. Well, I feel like it would be hard to not know who it is, because I'm sure those people are giving Lydia a tough time anyways. Like during the day, maybe they're ignoring her or not talking to her and stuff like that. But it does look like there's gonna be some inner conflict in Alexandria, especially with Lydia. And I'm really interested to see Lydia's storyline this season. It doesn't look like it's gonna be that similar to the comics, especially the way things have played out in season 9. Things aren't really the same for Lydia. So I'm curious to see how she's gonna, what's her role gonna be like in the Whisper War. I want to see if she's gonna go against her mother and the people who she was pretty much raised with. So that's gonna be really interesting to see what direction her character goes to this season. Alright, now I want to talk a little bit about what Aaron and Michonne are talking about in this teaser. During this first few seconds of the teaser, there's a little bit of dialogue, and this is what Aaron says. So Aaron says, we've all been acting like this is normal, holding our breath for months. And Michonne says, we do not need to start a panic. We need to keep our cool or they win. And then Aaron says, I'm sick of being nice. So this is really interesting to me because it looks like Aaron could possibly be one of those people who are pro Silence the Whisperers. And maybe he could even be one of those people who are spray painting it. That would be really interesting. Especially that last line when he says, I'm sick of being nice. Aaron is a very, very nice guy. He's probably, one of the nicest people in The Walking Dead. I've never seen him be rude to anybody or anything like that. And this season could be a change. And yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, even in the first trailer from San Diego Comic-Con, it looked like Negan was giving Aaron a tough time, because Gabriel paired those two up to work together. And maybe Aaron is just sick of being the nice guy, and he has a real big problem with the whispers because he's scared of them or something like that. So I'm excited for this. I'm actually really excited for this. I'm excited for a change in Aaron's character because, like I said in the beginning of the video, he's been on the show for a very long time, but I just feel like there should be more of him. So this is exciting to have an interesting arc from Aaron this season. Now, when Aaron and Michonne are talking, they're kind of confronting each other here. We have Daryl in the back here behind Michonne. Now, I'm not saying that Daryl is like one of the people who are saying, no, let's not go to war and let's keep our cool. But I haven't, like, because in that trailer, the San Diego Comic-Con trailer, we did see Daryl crossing the border, but we also know Daryl likes Lydia. He's protecting Lydia and stuff like that. We saw it last season, and Daryl's a good guy. But also I know Daryl has a problem with the whispers, and sometimes he has a problem with listening, to be completely honest. So we'll see what happens with Daryl. I'm kind of conflicted with him. Like, do you guys think Daryl's gonna be pro whisper war, or do you think he's gonna be against it? You guys let me know in the comments down below, because I am a bit conflicted with Daryl, especially since he's gonna be spending a lot of time with Carol this season, and we do have some information about them and how they're gonna be like on their own for a little bit. So I am definitely conflicted with Daryl's character this season. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about Daryl? Do you think he's gonna want to fight or not fight? Next, we have some whispers here, and they're all lined up, and Alpha puts up her hands, and this is super creepy. This looks like maybe Alpha's prepping them for war, like maybe she's like giving a speech or something like that, because they're all kind of standing in formation, also just listening to the leader. And then she puts her hands up, and yeah, I mean, the whispers, every time you see them on screen, they just bring a whole new element to the show. I love it so much, and I can't wait to see more whispers. But this looks to be like Alpha possibly giving their speech to go to war or something like that. Next, we have Aaron kind of like tightening his the thing he has in his arm, and this looks like they're getting ready for battle. It could be like a whisper battle, or it could just be walkers. I know there's another trailer that we had Aaron was like really covered in blood, and there was like a bunch of walkers in the ground. But I'm assuming, if I had to make like a guess right now, I would say it is going to be walkers, but then there's going to be whispers in the mix, and maybe somebody dies or something like that. Because that's what I'm kind of thinking is what's going to trigger the whisper war. Somebody is going to die, a whisper is going to kill somebody from Alexandria to Hilltop, or one of the Alexandrians or Hilltoppers are going to kill a whisper. Something like that is going to happen, which is what's going to trigger that war. Next, we have a shot of Beta, and it looks like he's in some sort of building with some other whispers. So maybe this could be him hunting again if there are people out, similar to episode 12 where Beta went after Daryl. It could be something like that. I'm very excited to see more of Beta and learn more about Beta. Next, we have Daryl in the group here. This is a really good shot of them confronting each other at the border. Alpha also says, she's talking to Beta here, I think, and she says the border will crush them. So I think that's her assuming like they're not really gonna follow the border, because they know, maybe she doesn't, like, she knows it's not really fair, or maybe she knows that somebody's gonna get pissed off and cross the border, and she's assuming that, yeah, that's gonna crush them because they're gonna cross the border and then we're gonna go to war with them. Next, we have Alpha, and I believe this is Gamma. She's putting on a mask for Gamma, and I made a video earlier today talking about Gamma because Angela Kang had an interview with Entertainment Weekly talking about Gamma and said how we're gonna learn more about the other whispers in the whisper group besides Alpha and Beta. And I think there's gonna be like a ranking system also, because Gamma is not a character who's in the comics. There's an Alpha and a Beta, and from seeing this, Alpha putting on that mask on Gamma, I'm kind of thinking that maybe she's being rewarded, like, you did a good job and now you're maybe third in charge. Here it goes, Alpha, Beta, Gamma. And I think that's what's gonna be going on here, because it looks like Gamma is gonna be a pretty important character this season. And just from the fact that she wasn't there last season, it's a little bit odd, because Gamma is like a pretty important character, like it's third in charge. I'm assuming it's like maybe a character that was in the background, and now she's gonna get rewarded and become Gamma this season after doing something. Next, we have Michonne walking up to, I believe these are the gates of Alexandria. I could be wrong, but it looks like, because I see smoke there. It looks like something happened, and these some of the gates maybe fell down, or got torn apart. And she looks through the binoculars, and we see walkers, and I'm assuming there's gonna be whispers in there as well. And this could be like a battle at Alexandria, or the whispers attacking Alexandria. which I'm excited for this. It is going on in the daytime. It could be nighttime also. Like, we don't know how long the battle is gonna be. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm just excited to see the Whispers in action, and if we get the Whispers at nighttime also, like, kind of imagine this in my head, walkers or whispers, you can't tell who's who, it's dark. I just, like, that gets me excited. I think it's gonna be really cool. But this definitely looks like the Whispers attacking Alexandria. Next, we have that shot of Carol saying Alpha has to die. I'm still rooting for Carol to be the one to take down Alpha. And then we have some walkers breaking through the walls of the hilltop, I'm assuming this is. And again, this could be the Whispers attacking the hilltop, which is very, very interesting because it looks like they're making the first moves. Now, the Whispers could be in the mix of this, and then also they might not be. And the reason I say that is because, remember, the Whispers have the ability to navigate hordes. And remember Alpha showing Daryl that entire horde of walkers. I'm sure she's going to come back to that because they're going to war now. So this potentially could be the Whispers navigating these walkers to, or maybe like they blow up like a hole on their walls and they let the walkers go inside. That would be, a lot of damage right there. So that could potentially be it, but there definitely could also be some Whispers in the mix attacking, people. Next, we have this shot right here of Connie helping Kelly walk, and Yumiko is running to help them, and it looks like Kelly is really injured here. And this kind of makes me think that there might be an ambush, or they might have been in battle, and that leaves Kelly to be injured. And there's another shot later on in the trailer where we have Daryl holding his crossbow up to Magna. And this is really interesting to me because it looks like there's going to be some sort of downfall with Magna's group, some sort of trust issue or something. And I also, a couple weeks ago, I didn't make a video on this or anything like that, but they released the character descriptions for the season, and I want to really quickly read the one for Magna because it definitely gives us a hint of what's going on here possibly. Magna's character description says, Magna does not like what she is seeing, and she certainly does not like the Whispers impose rules. Her gut instinct is to take care of herself and her immediate loved ones first and foremost, even at the expense of others within the communities. So there you go. That definitely gives us a big hint of what possibly is coming with Magna and her group. Because remember, Magna and the group, they aren't that familiar. They don't have like that big of a bond with these other characters who have known each other for years, because they came after the 6-year time jump. So they don't really know each other that well. They're still pretty, fairly new. It's been a couple months, but still, they don't have that connection that, Daryl, Michonne, and Carol have or anything like that. So maybe, they are just like upset that the one community they came upon, they're dealing with these Whispers and it's just like a total nightmare for them. And maybe Magna wants to take care of her people, and maybe somebody else, like it says here, even at the expense of others. Maybe somebody from the other community ended up dying or something because Magna didn't want to save them. Something like that. It looks like there's going to be some trust issues. Now, something pretty big has to happen in order for Daryl to be pointing the crossbow. So that's really interesting. You guys let me know in the comments down below what exactly you think it is. But my guess is that there's just gonna be some trust issues, and maybe Magna lets somebody, like maybe an Alexandrian or a Hilltopper, to die while saving her own people. And then lastly, we get this shot of Michonne and Judith killing some walkers, and that's where the trailer ends. So hopefully you guys did enjoy that. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. Let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything, and let me know all your thoughts and opinions about the trailer and the new season. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to subscribe. We're gonna be doing trailer breakdowns and reviews and all that kind of stuff when the season returns. Again, thank you guys for watching. For more Walking Dead videos, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.